Hi, it's Teri again, and I wanted to talk to you today about leverage. Specifically, what does it mean to demystify leverage? Recently, a friend of mine, Chris, who's another director of sales, he and I were talking about how individuals, especially in real estate, don't quite grasp the concept of all the types of leverage that are available to you in your life. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. So when it comes to leverage, what exactly are we talking about? Well, whether you're a brand new agent or you have been in real estate for years, whether you're independent or you're working within a team, at some point you're going to come across a time frame where you are pushing up against a ceiling or a wall that's causing you to not be able to do the number one thing that's most important to you. And that's when it's really important for you to turn to leverage. So Gary Keller teaches us through the one thing that what's that one topic, the one thing you can do today that is going to allow everything else to be either unnecessary to do or not important. And the good way to ask that question is to say, if push comes to shove and you only have a few hours left in your day, how should you be spending your time? So that's what we talk about leverage. And the things for an agent, it could be lead generation, very important for an agent to be doing every single day. It's one of those top 20% topics that you need to do and shouldn't necessarily be farming out to somebody else. So that's something that you yourself would do. On the flip side, your contract to close or your advertising, your administrative, maybe some of your social media, those are the types of things that you could leverage out. And a lot of people mistakenly think that leverage means the things that you don't know how to do or some of the things that you don't necessarily enjoy. And that's really not true. It took me as a producing agent a long time to want to relinquish the control of some of the marketing of my real estate team back in Nevada because I really enjoyed doing it. And quite frankly, I felt I was pretty good at doing it for my clients and for my business. And yet it wasn't one of the number one things I needed to focus on in my day to grow my business, to take me to that next level. So what's the one thing that you need to do? What's the one thing that if you don't do, it's standing in the way of getting you to your goal? That's your top 20%. Everything else can fall apart and be part of leverage. So oftentimes in real estate, we do think of the naturals, transaction coordinator, administrative marketing, some of those types of things. Now that said, it doesn't have to be. Think outside of the box when it comes to leverage as well. I know an agent who had mentioned to me at one point that they don't mind doing some of the paperwork as long as in the end they're still able to get the quality, valuable time that they need with their family. So for them, their leverage became housekeeping and hiring somebody to come in and cook for them on a regular basis. I've heard of another agent who determined how many appointments they went on a regular basis in the course of a week. And for them, the leverage they needed was they hired a driver to take them from an appointment to appointment because then they could sit in the back and be on the phone the entire time they're between appointments. What a great way to leverage your time and still allow you to have time to do the things like lead generate, lead follow-up, practice your scripts, to go on appointments, whether it's a listing appointment or showing a buyer, and to negotiate those contracts. That's the thing that you need to be spending your time on in real estate. If you have a question of how you do that and how you implement leverage in your life, well, that's what I'm here for. That's what a director of sales or a director of growth is going to be able to help you achieve. So if you're pushing up against some kind of a roadblock or a ceiling in your real estate career, or you don't quite know how to spend your time, getting in some training or some coaching or working with somebody like myself who can be a business coach and create that plan for you and personalize it for you. That's really important. How do we personalize that leverage for you so that you're getting the most out of your life and able to do what's going to get you to that next level?